Alright, I got the pulleys aligned. It's working really beautiful. And you can just about fit a piece of paper between the gear and the belt. On focus, yeah. And I love how quiet it is. I also rotated the motor 90 degrees, just so that the cross slide wouldn't hit it. Normally I wouldn't have it anywhere that close to the chuck, but just in case, I rotated it 90 degrees. Still lots of clearance for the encoder wire coming out there, so not a very tight bend. And I checked, and the pulley cover, that pulley cover will fit back on, and all the pulleys and everything fit inside it, so it will look very stock when I'm finished. And I also found out that with this much torque that this motor puts out, you can't use a spring on the idler pulley like how it was stock. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of like a threaded rod and a nut so that you can adjust the tension. I could do some kind of contraption on this lever and have it just press against that solid black plate. Where you see those 4 screws, that's a solid block of cast iron. So it can push back against that to pull on that lever, which will put pressure on the belt, because with the spring, once you put the, if you're machining something and you put it under a lot of tension, the power of that stepper motor, it just pulls the spring, so the idler pulley just loosens up, and then it'll skip teeth. So yeah, I gave it a good test at a really hard cut, and it started skipping teeth, and I looked and the idler pulley was bouncing up and down on the spring. So yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a bit of a setup for that, but it works really well. And you can put as much load ow. You can put as much load on here. I even had rubber gloves and was trying to slow it down, and you can't even slow it down 1 RPM. It just puts more and more current into that motor to make sure it does not slow down 1 iota. And I did get an overcurrent warning on it once, 20 amps. It's only running at 120 volts right now, and I got a 20 amp overcurrent warning when I was using the rubber gloves to try and slow down the chuck. So yeah, I think that's going to work really well.